Turn up the AC hot takes. You know what it is. It's your boy Fiddles Jr. Vargas Dynasty going up. Don't act like you don't know. We're the only three brothers that really running shit in the boxing game. You know?
This is something most people don't know. I thought I was going to retire after I fought Errol Spence. And I'm working on my documentary. You guys will see all this in the doc. And I'm literally in my room a couple days after the fight trying to, how do I go to my dad and tell him I'm retiring? I don't want to box anymore. All that kind of stuff. This is 2019, right after I fought him, like the week after I fought him. And I couldn't really figure out how to formulate those words. And then I heard something say, you're not done yet. And then I heard something say, there's more. And you guys can fill in that something. For me, it was God. For me, it was my spirit really just talking to me, telling me that I have more to do. Errol Spence gets into that car accident.
Yeah.
Prior to Errol getting into that car accident, I had never heard anybody say they want to see me in the ring with Terrence Crawford. I personally had never read that, never seen that. I'm not on social media, so if it was there, I hadn't seen it. After Errol gets into the accident, people say, we want to see Shawn Porter in the ring with Terrence Crawford. And I spoke to God, and I said, it's Terrence, and then I'm done. I actually talked to my dad in 2020 during the pandemic. I go and get my hip checked out. My hip has been in bad shape for years. It was in bad shape back when I fought Keith Thurman. It was in bad shape when I fought Danny Garcia. The list goes on. And I go to my dad after I have this checkup, this appointment, and they literally told me that you're pretty much decimeters away from arthritis in your hip. Try to do as much as you can in the next year or two because you're going to have to get a hip replacement.
Welcome to another installment of Turn Up the AC Hot Takes with Reason on a solo edition. We talking about Shawn Showtime Porter. This dude, man, you seen it in the clip, man. He was talking about how he thought he might have retired before he fought Spence. He ends up staying around a little while longer. Fights Terrence Crawford. I start off by saying that because with that point, fighting both of those two guys, because, Shawn Porter, to me, embodies what a professional and what a boxer is. He handles his business in the ring. He was class act outside of the ring. He so far has effortlessly transitioned into the media of boxing and does an incredible job breaking down fights. The Porter Way podcast is his thing, he breaks it down, dude, to a science. It's a beautiful thing watching him speak the game, and he's unbiased with everything. He says it in the interview when he's talking about Terrence Crawford. He was like, about Terrence Crawford fighting Canelo, he says something about, like, yeah, I'm rooting for him, but I'm also realistic. Like, this is a tough, tall task, to beat a Canelo. So, all that, man, like, Shawn Porter, dude, like, to me, absolute Hall of Famer. I enjoyed watching him fight. Dude fought everybody, bro. Look at his resume, man. Like, now, before I get into his resume, I just want to say this. I want to make this point. He might not be better than Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, like, matchup wise, individually fighting them, whatever, right? Because he lost to both of them. Terrence Crawford, only man to ever stop Shawn Porter. Errol Spence, that was a hell of a fight. One of the fights of that year. They went, whew, they gave us a show. Shawn Porter hit the ground once, got a man caught by Errol Spence, and I think that was the difference in that fight. But what I wanted to say was, individually facing them, they both beat him. So you can't say that he's like better than them, right? He had a better resume than them at welterweight. He fought them both. He literally fought every single person at welterweight that was a somebody. Bro, like, the best welterweight of the era, arguably, is Shawn Porter. Think about it. Individually, he's not better than them because they both beat him. But totality of his career and what he did in the ring, he's the greatest welterweight of the era. Adrian Broner, he fought. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Ugas, like I said, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Bro, Kell Brook. When Kell Brook was at his best, that's when Shawn Porter fought him. Before he fought the Triple G fight. Shawn Porter, man, this whole video just to recognize him in boxing and talk about this interview, you know what I'm saying, with Ring Magazine, with Ring TV. I forget the exact, you know what I'm saying, name of the channel, but I'm gonna post the link in the description, so you can go check that out, man. It's great interview. Shawn Porter really talks about a lot. He actually is at some point gonna have to get hip replacement surgery. You know, he finished his career like that and still fought everybody. Great resume, great career. World champion. I think he was a 2-time welterweight champion. In the amateurs, he fought guys like Boo Boo Andrade. I think he even fought Usyk in the amateurs, if I'm not mistaken. Like that's what can you say about Shawn Porter, man? Skill wise in the ring, like, you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be people who are better than him individually, but his resume is going to stand the test of time, and he's always going to be a respected competitor, world champion, and fighter, and professional on top of that. You know, he does a great job, like I said, with the media, man. You know, actually, when he fought Danny Garcia, one of my favorite fighters, so I was actually rooting for Danny Garcia, but I couldn't give that fight to Danny. You know, honestly, I couldn't. Shawn Porter took that. At best for Danny, I thought it could have been a draw, but I'm one that I don't really like draws. Like, give it to one or the other. I don't like that. But yeah, so Shawn Porter, man, I just wanted to recognize him and you know, talk about him a little bit, because around, like I said before, around here on Turn Up the AC Hot Takes, we respect everybody who fights anybody, everybody who takes their business in the ring, everybody who displays what the sport of boxing is, what the sweet science is, what being a professional is. We gotta highlight that. We highlight that around here. Guys who take care of their business, who fight everybody, who always give you a good show. Guys, you know, like I mentioned before, the David Benavidez, the Caleb Plants, you know what I'm saying? Those types of guys who always want to give you the best. Shawn Porter definitely was that. Future Hall of Famer. And I can't wait for that day to happen, because we're going to talk about it here. He was a great, like I said, competitor in the ring. And it was fun watching, you know. And I just wanted to recognize Shawn Porter, because he's one of the greats of his era. Most definitely. And, you know, so you don't get guys like him, don't come around often. So I want to shout out to Shawn Porter, you know what I'm saying? So until next time, this has been Reason, Turn Up the AC Hot Takes. Tell me what your favorite fight from Shawn Porter was, man. And you know what I'm saying? Let's recognize this man, because he really embodies what the sport of boxing and being a professional is. So shout out to Shawn Porter. Go check out his interview. Like I said, I'm going to post it in the description. Until next time, Reason, Turn Up the AC Hot Takes. We're out.